What it is, man. Detroit versus everybody, man. Detroit, we rep the hardest, man. We gain the hardest. You know what it is, man. Detroit, CJ, holla at your boy when we get home.
Don't forget to check out our sponsor, The Health Blaze, at thehealthblaze.com. 100% all natural products from lotions, soaps, foot soaks, bath bombs, and much, much more. Use the promo code Goodfella1Boxing. Tell them your boy CJ Goodfella sent you. Get 18% off. We out.
All right, man. David Avanesyan upset Josh Kelly. If you thought it was an upset, let's talk about it. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. I think this is like Josh Kelly's 11th fight. And in 11 fights, it's tough to step up against a guy who beat an older Shane Mosley, who competed with Lamont Peterson, lost, and who had grown man status, all right? Who had a grown man frame. Let's talk about it. Check out our fight reaction playlist. Hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Want to make a donation? Best way is to share the video. Financial donations, Cash App, CJ Good 313 is in the description. PayPal link there as well too. But you know, basically, Josh Kelly wasn't ready to go 10, 11, 12 rounds. Okay, that's what happened. In a couple cuts. Okay, and he was doing well early, but to box against an aggressive fighter that could smother you, this was a bad style matchup for him at this age. At this point in his career, he's 26, but at 10 fights or 11 fights, you know, a pressure fighter is always going to give, a good pressure fighter is going to give a boxer a problem. You've seen that with Madonna and Floyd. And what happened here was Josh Kelly was boxing well, you know, weaving and moving and outboxing Avanesyan. And Kelly rocked him with a hook, but Avanesyan was able to, with experience, stay with the game plan and break Kelly down. And Kelly suffered a couple cuts, one over his right eye, and I think that had something to do with it, but he hadn't went through that experience. Okay, they hadn't built him up. They put him on the fast track to fight Ray Robinson in your 8th fight. That's ludicrous. All right, he should have been kind of, you know, about his 15th, 17th, 20th fight, should have been taking on a guy like Avanesyan. But you know, and when I seen him and they was hyping him up, and I seen how he was moving his head, keeping his hands down, I said he gonna get beat because he ain't Roy Jones. Okay, you know, he ain't a guy that can move his head and slip and bob and weave. You know, his head movement didn't look as fluid, or who movement looked as fluid as Roy Jones. I know, but his movement looked a little bit artificial. All right, he didn't know how to box and how to, you know, stay on the front foot, and that's the problem when you fighting somebody that's like a rock who gonna smother you, and you giving him momentum to come downhill. At some point, you know what he should have done was push Avanesyan back. That's how you beat somebody that's coming forward. Don't start moving and sticking and moving and pivoting and moving side to side and moving backwards. You giving him the momentum and leverage on the shots. He should have been pushing Avanesyan back. You know, he should have went to the puncher and started to punish Avanesyan. Tried to start hit his hip, hit him in the liver, whatever you had to do. If he would have continued to push Avanesyan back, that should have been the game plan. He thought he was about to box like that for 12 rounds. No, sir, he should have been pushing Avanesyan back. And we might not be talking about Josh Kelly getting stopped. We might be talking about Avanesyan getting stopped. But this was terrible in matchmaking. Put this kid in here after he had that. Some people said it was a robbery versus Ray Robinson. To put this kid in here with Avanesyan was just stupid. This kid should have been still, you know, Jerron Ennis got 20-something fights and he finally stepping up. You know, he wasn't this type of fighter that you could put him on the fast track like Lomachenko or Floyd Mayweather, you know, or Oscar De La Hoya. You couldn't put this kid on the fast track. You know, especially, you know, he coming from the UK, man. Like I said before, best fighters in the UK is Fury, Joshua, and Josh Taylor. This kid don't know how to. This is an amateur fight. It would have been 4 rounds. He would have won. Okay, or it would have been a draw. You know, Avanesyan just did his job. He was too experienced. How many fights Avanesyan? This is just a dumb matchup. You know, they made this fight about a couple years ago and it fell out. No, I wouldn't have made this fight. Whoever said, "Oh, Josh Kelly's ready," the matchmaker, the manager, the coach, whoever it is, they need to be fired because this kid wasn't ready for that. And the trainer came out with you ain't gonna box no animal like this for 12 rounds, especially if you ain't putting enough body work. That would have been the alternative. Like, all right, Josh, let's use the jab, let's drop the shots to the body and slow him down and make it competitive. 10 fights and you fighting a guy that's been 12, that's been 10 consistently throughout his career, bad matchmaking. And, you know, I thought Kelly could get the victory and he kind of be a 10 or 11, 12 kind of welterweight, but nah, he ain't that. And Avanesyan is going to give him another shot. You know, Avanesyan going to put himself in position to get a Jamal James or Errol Spence. And, you know, somebody like that, possibly somebody need to tune up. Terrence Crawford need to fight. Custio Clayton, Sergey Lippius, the Ryan Ennis winner. I can see him fighting the Lippius and Ennis winner, but congratulations to David Avanesyan. He won it in 6, excuse me. And Kelly can bounce back. He should get an American trainer. And Roy Jones would be good for him, by the way, too. But hey, don't forget me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. All the links in the description. We also got a Facebook group. Want to check that out? If you need to reach out to me for a business question, inquiry, sponsorship, video request. Want to make a financial donation? Cash App CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link there as well too. Best way to donate. Share the video. Let me know what you think about the fight in the comment section. If you've seen it, one time for the one time. Goodfellas Sports TV. We gone.